Guys, welcome to my channel. Today we will discuss about Toyota Race. Ito yung the Japanese brand's entry into the 5-seater subcompact crossover market. But before I continue, let's discuss first yung pricing level niya. Meron siyang 4 variants, isang turbo at saka tatlong naturally aspirated. Yung top of the line na turbo, ang price niya is 1.063 million. Ang sumunod yung G na naturally aspirated is 936,000. And then you have the E that cost 841,000 pesos. At yung pinakamura, yung E na manual transmission is 751,000 pesos. So halika, check natin. Itong i-review natin is itong top of the line 1.0 3-cylinder turbo. So let's start with the exterior features. May pagka-boxy yung design niya, and if you look at the large grille at the front, meron siyang dalawang sleek LED headlights. Meron din siyang LED daytime running lights at saka LED sequential turn signals. At yung front fog lamps niya ay halogen. And then meron siyang sensor dito sa taas ng fog lamps. In terms of design, meron siyang clean body lines. Yung kanyang door handles is chrome, tapos black yung kanyang side mirror. And then yung roof niya is kulay black. Dito naman sa fender, meron siyang black fender flares, tapos dun sa ilalim, meron siyang black na body cladding. Yung side mirror niya is piano black, it's auto fold and power adjustable. Yung mugs niya is size 17 with 205/16 na tires. While yung mga lower variants, size 16 lang yung mugs. And since it is a crossover, yung kanyang ground clearance is mataas. It's about 200 mm. Maganda rin yung contrast na black color roof, tapos yung A pillar saka yung B pillar kulay black na din. Yung likod niya merong LED taillight, tapos merong black cladding na merong dalawang reflector dito sa lower portion ng bumper. Meron din siyang black plastic that runs across it, and then the Toyota logo on top. Tapos meron siyang rear wiper, meron din siyang rear spoiler. At doon sa ilalim ng Toyota logo, meron siyang camera. At meron din siyang shark fin na antena. Pag inopen mo itong likod, manual opening lang siya, and then maliit lang yung kanyang cargo space. And then dito meron siyang chip cover para lang siyang sunshade na pwede mong tanggalin kung gusto mong magkarga ng mas matangkad na gamit. At dito naman sa baba, pag iniangat mo yung cover, nandito yung kanyang spare tire. Na surprisingly ay hindi donut type. And then meron siyang ilaw dito sa right side. Overall, simple lang yung design niya, para siyang maliit na SUV sa labas. Looks quite sporty. In terms of proportion, well balanced siya, just like the Yaris Cross. Ang ayaw ko lang dito yung excessive use of fake vents saka yung mga black na body cladding. And I think the best color here is white kasi it looks sporty and clean. At ang napansin ko sa mga Toyota models, gumaganda na yung mga design nila compared sa dati. And for this price point, ang kagandahan nito, it's a crossover. So maganda yung kanyang ground clearance and better yung ride quality over bad roads. Isa pang napansin ko sa mga Toyota models, maganda yung labas niya, pero yung interior parang underwhelming siya. So far, yung Yaris Cross at yung LC300 lang ang may magandang interiors for me. So let's see how the Race interior match up with its price point. Hopefully, maganda yung interior niya. Yung door panel niya, simple lang yung design. And yung mga ginamit na material is actually more on plastic. Although meron dito siyang portion na soft touch dito sa may area ng armrest. At dito sa lower portion, merong provision for bottle holder. Yung driver seat niya is manually adjusted. Maganda yung position, medyo mataas. So maganda yung kanyang thigh support. Meron din siyang cup holder na nakatapat dito sa aircon vent na hexagonal yung shape. Yung manibela niya is electronic power steering. And then nandito yung switch ng audio, yung sa power mode button, at saka yung sa switch ng information display. And meron din siyang paddle shifter. Ang hindi lang maganda dito, hindi siya nagte-telescope. So, na-adjust mo lang siya ng up and down. And almost 90% of the materials are plastic, which is given naman given its price point. Push button start-stop na rin siya, and then nandito yung aircon control for fan speed at saka yung thermostat control. At dito sa ilalim, merong 12-volt socket at saka yung USB port. And then, meron ditong isang flat area na pwede mo lagyan ng cellphone. At yung handbrake niya is manual. Yung head unit niya is 9 inches with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Yung room light naman dito sa taas is halogen. Hindi siya LED. Tapos yung meron siyang vanity mirror dito sa passenger side tsaka dito sa driver side, pero wala siyang ilaw. Meron din siyang light indicator dito kung naka-seatbelt yung mga passengers mo. Beige yung color ng kanyang headliner, tapos yung kanyang glove box is average lang yung size. Meron din nga pala siyang manual mode. Nakita mo yung plus and minus sign dyan, no? And then dito sa center console, meron ding maliit lang na lalagyan dito sa ilalim ng armrest. Yung seats nga pala niya is a combination of leather and fabric. Overall, pagdating sa interior, pagdating sa design, meron naman siyang konting character. It's just the materials used are hard plastics, so medyo cheap yung feeling. But for its price point, it's somewhat justifiable. Now, let's take a look naman dito sa upuan dito sa likod. Napaka-bare nung likod. Wala siyang aircon vent, wala din siyang USB port dito sa likod. So, wala kang pwedeng saksakan, no? Meron siyang seat pocket dito sa driver side, saka dito sa passenger side. Medyo masikip kapag tatlo yung sasakay dito. Mas komportable kung dalawa lang ang passenger mo. Although maganda naman yung kanyang seat configuration, but wala siya ditong armrest. But the seat can be folded naman. It's 60-40 split. In summary, napakasimple lang ng crossover na to. Talagang utilitarian siya. Suitable ito sa mga first time na driver or pwede siyang first car. But in terms of features, talong-talo ito ng mga kalaban niya, yung mga Chinese saka yung mga Korean cars. Although, meron din naman siyang safety and security. For example, meron siyang blind spot monitor, meron siyang rear cross traffic alert, and usual ABS, vehicle stability control, saka yung hill start assist. Meron din naman siyang rear camera, saka yung clearance and back sonar. So I think ni-launch ito ng Toyota para mag-compete talaga dun sa subcompact crossover segment, which is very crowded na. And walang product ang Toyota dito, kaya inilabas niya to. Pero kung titingnan mo, pag i-compare mo ito with its competitors, parang ano siya, parang dehado siya. Ang ginawa ko, tinabulate ko yung mga subcompact crossover sa market. Lahat ito mga 5-seater na subcompact crossovers. Tapos in-arrange ko siya according to price, from lowest price up to the highest price. You'll notice in terms of engine, yung Toyota Race may pinakamahinang power. 96 horsepower lang siya. Yung competitor niya, more than 100 horsepower sila. Then 3-cylinder lang siya. against its competitors na mostly 4 cylinders, except dun sa Geely Coolray na 3 cylinder din lang. 1 liter lang yung engine niya, although turbocharged siya. Pero yung mga kalaban niya, 1.4 liter to 1.5 liter na naturally aspirated saka turbocharged. Ang isang napansin ko dito, yung Geely Coolray saka yung GAC GS3M Zoom. Mataas ang horsepower rating nila, pati yung torque. Ang kinuha kong price yung mga top variants. Makikita mo na parang nasa lower tier yung Toyota Race. Ang pinaka-close sa price niya ay yung MG ZS Alpha. The rest are 1.2 million and above na. But kung magdagdag ka lang ng konti, you get the best features ng ibang mga brands. But if you get the Toyota Race, you get the Toyota reliability. So, please comment down below at gusto ko ring malaman kung ano yung opinion nyo about this subcompact crossover. In short, the Race is just a basic subcompact crossover. Basic lang yung mga features niya na kailangan mo in your daily driving. But if you want more high-tech features, nandun yun sa ibang mga brands. At dito sa Race, since basic lang siya, I think you will have a worry-free driving for a longer time and it will be easy to maintain. Okay, hanggang dito na lang. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, see you again in my next vlog. Bye!